Corey Stark here. You guys have really been on our hearts the last couple weeks with everything happening around the world with COVID-19. I know how unsettling that can be to many of you. This is something unprecedented, something we haven't seen before. And I just really wanted to encourage you today that God sees you. You're not alone. He hears the cries of your heart. He knows how big this can feel to many of you. And the good news is He's Emmanuel. He's God with us. He's glad to be with us. And He's big enough to do something about the problem that we're facing today. I want to draw your attention to Matthew 24 because when Jesus was asked by His disciples, what are some of the signs preceding your return? He said that we would hear of wars and rumors of wars, kingdoms rising against kingdoms, nation against nation. He said that there would be famine, that there would be pestilence, and that there'd be earthquakes. Now, the interesting thing is that word pestilence in the Greek literally means a plague or a disease, and that is exactly what COVID-19 is, beloved. And what was His encouragement to them? He said, see to it that you are not troubled by these things. In Luke 21, which is the parallel passage to Matthew 24, Jesus goes even further to say, when you see these things begin, don't be discouraged, but lift up your heads in encouragement because your redemption draws nigh. In other words, we're not to be encouraged that there is a virus on the earth, but we are to take courage that as darkness increases, so also does the light. It's exponentially increasing on the earth, and that Jesus' return is closer today than it's ever been. So 3 truths that I want to draw out of Matthew 24 that are good news about COVID-19. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but stay with me. Number 1, God is not surprised by COVID-19. We may be surprised by it. We may have not seen it coming, but the Lord is not surprised. Number 2, it doesn't have to cause fear. Jesus said, see to it that you are not troubled. Lift up your heads in encouragement. In other words, we need to guard ourselves from the things that fuel fear and panic because it's not of God. And we need to share the good news during this time. And number 3, it's not going to last forever. He saw this coming 2,000 years ago, and He knew it wouldn't last forever. I believe that this will be over much sooner than people are anticipating. And so I took the time the last couple days. I wrote about a 12-page article that I included below where I really broke down what is God's perspective, not only on this virus, but on the end time increasing glory and increasing crisis, and how is the church to respond in times like this. I lay a biblical foundation for His perspective so it will enlighten us so that we can be in agreement with Him, but also empower our response during these times. And so I very practically went through, what does it look like to be spiritually prepared? What does it look like to be emotionally prepared? What does it look like to be physically prepared? And so take time to go through it. I gave a lot of helpful links. And if you have any questions, any concerns, you need prayer, beloved, we're here for you. I want you to feel free to contact myself or my wife. Us here at Ignite the Nations, we would love to answer your questions or pray for you. And so you can email us and we will get right back to you as soon as we can. Now, lastly, I just want to pray for you and let you know that we have been continually praying for you and your families, that the Father would bless you, that He would keep you, that He would make His glorious face to shine down upon you and be gracious to you, that He would lift up His countenance upon you, and in times like this, grant you shalom, so that you can be light bearers, bringing the good news and the truth of who Jesus is to a world who is asking questions right now. This is our door of opportunity. Beloved, together we can ignite the nations. Bless you.